สวัสดีครับขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่ Paper Section นะครับสำหรับช่วงบ่ายนี้นะครับก็จะมีบทความเกี่ยวกับเพลงไทยนะครับ so welcome to the paper sections in this afternoon in these sessions you will be hearing about Thai music from Thai composers so the first papers I will present about art songs in Thailand arranging and performing Dr. Saisuree's Chutikul's vocal works. Art song in Thai เพลงร้องศิลป์ derived from a German musical term Lieder, which usually refers to leader in the 19th century for voice with piano accompaniment. For examples, Lieder by Schubert, Robert Schumann, Johannes Brahms, Hugo Wolf, etc. These repertoires demand vocal skill and technique.In German lieder from the late 18th century, renowned composers often applied rhetorical figures and wrote a music related to a context of a select lyrical poet. For instance, in Franz Schubert, Gretchen am Spinnrad, 1814, the image of the spinning wheel in the title evokes the recurrent cycling semiquavers of the accompaniment. From the 20th centuries, art songs were applied for Thai vocal music by Thai prominent classical music teachers such as ท่านผู้หญิงพวงร้อยสนิทวงศ์อภัยวงศ์อาจารย์ปิยพันธ์สนิทวงศ์ณอยุธยาอาจารย์ประสิทธิ์ศิลปะบรรเลง and Dr. Saisuree Chutikul. These art songs are distinguished from other Thai songs, traditional songs, and Thai popular music.One notable feature is the application of Thai pentatonic melodic lines and language to Western classical harmony. Now I would like to introduce you to three Thai national artists. อาจารย์ประสิทธิ์ศิลปะบรรเลงท่านผู้หญิงพวงร้อยอาจารย์ปิยพันธ์สนิทวงศ์ and Dr. Saisuree Chutikul. Literatures on Thai art songs are still highly limited. However, we can find some information about three composers mentioned above from the memorial books, from the anniversaries, and the funerals. These memorial books can contain their biographies, stories of their life, letters, correspondence, clippings from newspapers or magazines, photos and sample of their music scores. อาจารย์ประสิทธิ์ศิลปะบรรเลง was a sixth son of หลวงประดิษฐ์ไพเราะ He studied Thai music from his father and was the first Thai to have been graduate.with bachelor degree in music compositions from a Florence University. At Imperial Academy of Music, Geidai University in Tokyo, in Japan. He studied composition from a German professor, Dr. Klaus Pringsheim, who himself was a student of well-known composers such as Gustav Mahler and Richard Strauss.He was nominated and proclaimed the National Artist Performing Art in 1998. His compositions include songs, musical pieces for various stage plays, orchestral works, symphonic poems. Like Mahler, อาจารย์ประสิทธิ์ศิลปะบรรเลง composed art songs for voice and orchestra for his musical troupe Pakawali.Now I would like to open an example of his music, ความสุข it means happiness. Lyrics by his wife, ลัดดาศิลปะบรรเลง You can see from the photo. This piece was performed by Latvian National Symphony Orchestra and sung by อาจารย์ใจรัตน์พิทักษ์เจริญ under the baton of Tejer Mikkelsen. Okay. You can see that the melodic line is in pentatonic scale. It begins like a symphonic poem and merge with the Thai melodic lines. Another important piano teacher is ท่านผู้หญิงพวงร้อยสนิทวงศ์อภัยวงศ์ท่านผู้หญิงพวงร้อย she learned piano at Vattana School from foreign teachers and missionaries and passed an examination from Trinity College of Music. At that time, it was held in Chulalongkorn University in 1964. She composed in total 124 songs, mostly are vocal songs for state plays. Her famous songs include บัวขาว White Lotus, ในฝัน Dream, เพลิน Joyful, ลมหวน Wind, เงาไม้ Shadow from the Tree, มะลิเจ้าเอ๋ย Jasmine. I would like to open one music from มะลิเจ้าเอ๋ย performed on the piano by อาจารย์ปิยพันธ์สนิทวงศ์ and it was well arranged. Yeah. Next อาจารย์ปิยพันธ์สนิทวงศ์ อาจารย์ปิยพันธ์ was an important Thai piano teacher. He started learning piano at the age of 9 from หม่อมหลวงพวงร้อยอภัยวงศ์ ครูบุญชมเชี่ยวชาญ and Louis Malage, French teacher. Then he continued studying music at George Watson's College, Scotland, where he had chance to study from famous pianists such as Joseph Cooper and Claudio Arrau. He also won the second prize from the Scottish International Piano Competitions. He composed 231 works in total, including unfinished work, such as piano solo, chamber music, vocal songs, and like string quartet also. And he also made a lot of arrangements of other Thai songs, including songs from คุณหญิงพวงร้อย for instance บัวขาว for piano four hands. Now I would like to present about vocal song composed by Dr. Saisuree Chutikul. I have the privilege of assisting Dr. Saisuree Chutikul in both putting down notations and editing the notation of her compositions, especially since she has been blind from hereditary disease of the retina during the last 2 years. Dr. Saisuree Chutikul started learning piano at the age of 6 and had piano lesson with Miss Lucy Dunlap, an Afro-American missionary in the Presbyterian Church in Bangkok. She then continued learning piano with foreign teachers. When she was a pupil at Vattana School and เตรียมอุดมศึกษา อาจารย์สายสุรี went to study bachelor degree in music at Whitworth College in the United States of America and studied in a piano class of Miss Anna Carroll. She also had classical vocal lessons and participated in an a cappella choir of the college. Moreover, she took both orchestral and choir conducting class. In addition, she did study music composition with Professor George Frederick Mackay and Professor John Farrell from the University of Washington during summer school when she was a fourth-year student. In the final concert for bachelor degree students, she performed Ludwig van Beethoven's Piano Concerto No. 1 in C major with the college orchestra and also sang as a mezzo-soprano in the role of Suzuki, together with Jojo Sang in the flower duet from Puccini opera Madame Butterfly. In 1956, she received a Bachelor of Arts in Music with honors from Whitworth College. She was only one Asian student at the college at that time and won Anna Carell Music Award of that year. Ajahn Saisuree pursued her study in master degree in educational administration at the Indiana University, where she also took piano as a minor subject. She had a first lesson with graduate assistant named Barton Hudson, who later became a professor at West Virginia University. Because of her talent, in the second lesson, Professor Hudson told her that you are no longer my student. You have got a new teacher, Professor Menahem Pressler, a renowned pianist from famous Bossa Trio. She also took a composition class from Bernard Haydn. After graduating her Master of Science, she took an audition for studying in a doctoral degree at the same university. However, her mother asked her to go back to Thailand, where she got a position as a lecturer at the new established Faculty of Education, Chulalongkorn University. In January 1959, Ajahn Saisuree got a scholarship from USAID and went back to study at the Indiana University and later received her doctoral degree in educational psychology, counseling and guidance in 1962. She came back to teach at Chulalongkorn University until 1969 when she participated a postgraduate program at East West Center in Hawaii in the USA for 4 months. When she returned to Thailand, she got a position at Khon Kaen University and later became Dean of the Education Faculty. Dr. Saisuree holds further important positions such as a director of the Long-Term Planning Board for Children's Development and later served as Minister of Education in the cabinet of Prime Minister Anand Panjarachun. Apart from her devotion on the protection of the rights of women and children as well as fight against human trafficking, she has been driving on promotion of classical music in Thailand. Her first song, Sai Tip, was written in her childhood when she was 12 years old, and the lyric was written by her colleague, Pan Tip Viriyapanit, at the age of 16. Ajahn Saisuree tried to compose a melody in E-flat major, her favorite keys, for a few days, and played it for Pan Tip on the piano in the sitting room in the school. And Pan Tip memorized the melody and few days later brought the lyrics to Ajahn Saisuree. This piece was premiered during the Christmas festival at Vatana School in November 1946. Pan Tip sang this song which Ajahn Saisuree accompanied at the piano. The song was later titled Sai Tip, a combination of both first name Saisuree and Pan Tip. Ajahn Saisuree told me that I have never written down the score of Sai Tip. I always performed it by heart. After the song was sung by some pupils of Vatana School and later was transcribed by Ajahn Manrat Sikranon and was published as a music for guitar lessons. Her brother also arranged Sai Tip in jazz style. This side. Sai Tip was then regularly performed and became well known not only in Thailand but also in Thai student associations abroad. Also, it was translated into English as Starlight in 1966 by two Thai students and Miss Baker from New Zealand. The song da 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 da. The main melody is in pentatonic, but she add the chromatic scale like in a western, and she told me she often think of da 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 dum like a decorations, during her childhood. So apart from Sai Tip, อาจารย์ Saisuree did compose some vocal music during her studies in Thailand and USA, but did not collect the scores. In her middle period, during her duty in Khon Kaen, she composed two melodies, recorded them on a piano, and again sent a tape recording to Pantip Virya Panich for writing lyrics. These two love songs named พอรัก and อยากจะบอกว่ารัก. In addition, she composed 4 art songs based on Thai poem บทดอกสร้อยสุภาษิต written by Professor ศาสตราจารย์ถาปนีนครทัพ ไก่แก้ว mean chicken ดวงดาว star แมงมุม spider and จบชีวิต end of life. Her music obviously shows character of the piece as seen in the lyrics. Now I would like to show you a recording of ไก่แก้ว sung by อาจารย์ใจรัตน์พิทักษ์เจริญ and มรกตเชิดชูงาม on the piano. So, this is her autograph. You can see she really write like a leader. Separate the quarter note, and she often write the grace note. ไกลเอ้ย for how say in English เอื้อน for Thai for the correct pronunciation of the word. ไกลเอ้ย because we have 5 วรรณยุกต์ ไก่แก้ว so she often write like this, like here also เอื้อน in Thai to reach the correct level of the note. Yeah, and the melodic line is in pentatonic again, as you can see. The second song ดวงดาว so it's like if you listen to it, it sounds like a space in an aerospace with accompaniment, tremolo accompaniment in the bass. แมงมุม because it's difficult to go to the piano, so da 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 da, and she often used the ostinato bass da 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 for character of the spider. จบชีวิต is a very nice and beautiful song, very expressive one, and she always used ornament, like a lower modern. Yeah, it sounds like someone before they died. Okay, and later she also composed ฟังเสียงหัวใจ she composed when she was in ขอนแก่น ฟังเสียงหัวใจ and เจ้าพระยา but never write the lyrics and never wrote down the notes. Just only 2 years ago that Miss Payom Walai Pacha wrote a lyric for her. So and I wrote the note down by Sibyl's program. Listen to her recordings and wrote the note down. Actually, she intended to compose this music for her baby at that time, 2.5 years old. But then, in around 50 years later, this song mean ฟังเสียงหัวใจ like a love song for the wedding. And เจ้าพระยา actually, she want to write a music about river. And คุณพยอม wrote a music to honor our beloved King Ramanai, เจ้าพระยา. Yeah. If you want, I can open shortly. See the ostinato lines again. Mali, this one she used another poem from the poem written by Prakin Chumsai na Ayutthaya. I can open the music for you as an example. And recently, she composed ความงาม just few months ago. This time, she could not see at all. And she tried to play on the piano, and I need to write the note down. If I can go to the piano, I can play for you shortly. This is like late period, late work. You can see the difference. you very much. And the last song that she had just composed last month, I just showed its name "ไม่ว่าง." It means not free. So she never finished it because very busy if you read the text. It's very impressive text. So thank you very much for your attendance. Do you have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
What are the criteria you use to evaluate art song? Like what are the criteria for art song in Thailand? Is it following the leader, or you have to come up with something that's different?
It's also following the leader style, and most of them were written by classical teachers. So it's not only like folk song or traditional music, but it's mixed with there's a classical harmony, not only pop harmony, like song by Ajahn Saisuree or Ajahn Chanyapong, not only like a pop chord pattern, but also has some idea from classical Western music also. That is, and for the language, for the poem, is very very beautiful language also.
Have you studied the social response to her work? I mean, how people think of her creativity, or how large number uses of her music.
Even from Ajahn Saisuree or
in the past, and for this particular composer.
yeah, because for Ajahn Saisuree, let's say we know only สายทิพย์ her music เพราะรัก and อยากจะบอกว่ารัก maybe it was performed also.
I asked what kind of a popularity of the work and how it's function to the society.
For สายทิพย์ I think it was very popular, and when I was abroad I also sang this music, and because the text is about before like farewell songs, because she wrote it before farewell to Pipan Tip, so it was often sung during a farewell party or something, and for the Thai student abroad who miss Thailand, it's like societal music. I mean, music for society also, in the function. But for other piece, like the piece which she wrote from the poem Dok Soi Supasit, the problem is it haven't been really published and performed. So I would suggest that maybe for Thai singers should learn this kind of music also, because they need vocal technique to learn it. Also, it would be very useful for educational purpose, in my opinion.